Hey everyone, welcome back to Ever Revenge, your go-to spot for those heart-wrenching tales that hit you right in the feels, where pain turns into power and love fights back harder than ever. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and join our growing family. We're just 200 subs away from hitting 1K, and I promise every story gets deeper from here. Today we've got a raw, emotional roller coaster. They laughed at my pain, but my revenge made them cry for mercy. Grab your tissues, settle in, and watch this full video because you won't believe the twist that leaves them begging. Let's dive in. Stick around till the end for that soul-stirring payoff. You ready? Here we go. The rain-slicked streets of Willow Creek gleamed under the sodium lamps like shattered promises, and that's where I first saw her. Ilara, with her wild auburn curls plastered to her cheeks, laughing defiantly at the downpour as if it were an old friend. I was 25. Fresh out of a dead-end job, nursing a coffee that tasted like regret in a dingy cafe window. She dashed in, shaking off water like a puppy, her green eyes locking onto mine with a spark that cut through the gray afternoon. "Mind if I steal this seat?" she asked, nodding at the empty chair across from me. Her voice was honey over gravel, warm, unapologetic. I nodded, words failing me, and just like that we talked for hours. About dreams deferred, the ache of lonely nights, the way love felt like chasing fireflies in a storm. Our romance bloomed fierce and fast, the kind that rewrites your stars. Picnics by the creek where she'd trace constellations on my palm, whispering, "You're my North Star, Jax, don't ever fade." We'd dance in her tiny apartment to scratchy vinyl records, her head on my chest, heartbeats syncing like a secret code. I built her a swing in the backyard oak, carving our initials into the rope, vowing forever under a canopy of fireflies. She was my anchor, pulling me from the drift of my own insecurities. For the first time I felt seen, not as the guy who'd flunked out of college or lost his mom too young, but as whole. Life. But love like ours invites shadows. My so-called friends, Mark, Lena, the whole crew from high school, watched from the sidelines, their envy curdling into poison. When Ilara and I got engaged under that same oak, rings glinting like stolen sunlight, they threw the party. Bottles clinked, laughter echoed, but their toasts hid barbs. "Jax, settling down. You. The eternal bachelor." Mark's slurred, eyes gleaming. I brushed it off, lost in her smile. Then came the whispers, the texts I ignored, Ilara's flirtations with an ex, fabricated drama they spun from thin air. It culminated at our rehearsal dinner, a betrayal scripted in betrayal. Mark confessed a drunken night with her. Lies, all of it, but he had planted doubts, twisted photos from a girl's trip into something sordid. Ilara's face crumpled as accusations flew. She fled in tears, our rings clattering to the floor. They laughed then. Oh, how they laughed. At the engagement party turned funeral for my heart. "Poor Jax thought he could keep her," Lena cackled over wine, their mockery a chorus that echoed in my skull for months. I spiraled. Whiskey-soaked nights, the swing rotting in the rain, her unanswered calls turning to silence. She believed the lies at first, too hurt to fight, but I knew the truth in my bones. Their cruelty wasn't about us. It was their fear of our light exposing their dimness. Rage simmered, not hot and blind, but cold, calculated, a phoenix plotting from ashes. Revenge wasn't fists or fury. It was resurrection. I poured my shattered soul into the canvas, paintings born of our stolen moments, Ilara's laugh in swirling blues, our dances in fiery reds. I exhibited in the city, anonymous at first, titles like Betrayed Vows and Laughter's Echo. Galleries buzzed. Collectors clamored. Word spread back to Willow Creek like wildfire. Mark's firm commissioned a piece, ironic until he saw it. His smug face twisted in the betrayal he authored, Ilara's innocence radiant beside my raw grief. He backed out, publicly humiliated when critics called it a mirror to small-town venom. Lena tried next, begging for a portrait to salvage her crumbling marriage. I agreed, but wove in threads of their dinner night jeers, subtle stings that unraveled her facade in oil and shadow. One by one they came crawling, Apologies laced with excuses, eyes wide with the terror of irrelevance. But the deepest cut was for Ilara. I found her at the creek, older but unbroken, sketching wildflowers. No grand gestures, just my hand extended, a new canvas under my arm. Us, whole again, fireflies eternal. They laughed at my pain, I whispered, voice cracking. But you were always mercy. Tears mingled with rain as she pulled me close, our hearts reigniting in the storm we'd weathered. Forgive them, she murmured. I shook my head. No, but I forgive us. In that embrace, revenge tasted like redemption, bitter then sweet. They cried for mercy in voicemails I deleted. Their worlds dimmed while ours blazed. Love, it turns out, isn't fragile. It's the blade that carves empires from ruins. If this story tugged at your heartstrings and left you craving more tales of triumph over heartbreak, do me a favor. Subscribe to Ever Revenge right now for weekly drops of these beautiful revenge stories that heal as much as they sting. Your support means the world. Let's hit that 1K milestone together and keep the emotions flowing. Drop a like if Jax and Ilara moved you, comment your favorite moment below, and share with a friend who needs this. Thanks for watching till the end. You're the real MVPs. See you in the next one. Broken heart, smiling face with horns.